In this example, we are going to learn how to use the expression to compute a result. So let's go ahead and create a new workflow definition. Let's call this evaluate expression. And let's go ahead and open this in the workflow designer. Once we open the designer, first thing we're going to define two variables. So let's define two numeric variables called num1 and num2. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to update the two values for the two different variables. So we're going to use the update variable step. So let's take this update variable, put it next to it, and connect the two steps together. And let's configure the two variables. So here I'm going to give num1. Let's set a value of some number. Num2. Let's give another value and save that. And I'm also going to add another variable, and let's call it sum, which is numeric, and add that variable also. And now we're going to add an expression step to compute the sum of num1 and num2. So let's go ahead and type in expression. So we're going to use this particular step to compute an expression. We're going to connect the two steps, and we're going to fill the properties of this step. So the expression we want to use is add variable num1 to variable num2. Anytime when you use variables, you should always put variable dot, and that will also give you the list of variables. So we're just going to put num1 plus variable dot num2, and we want to store the result of these two, the expression, into a variable called sum. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and save that. Once you have done, we're going to save the definition. And once you save the definition, we can go ahead and create an instance and execute it. So let's go ahead and say create instance. We're going to generate the name for the instance. We're going to say create and execute. And now we can close the workflow designer. And let's go look at our workflow instances. The workflow instance should have fully executed now. I'm just going to sort it by updated on. And you can see that we have this instance finish executing. And you can see all the steps are green. That means they're executed. And if we click on the last step, and if you look at the variables, you will see that the variables num1 and num2 has values, and then the sum has a value of 402. So you can use any kind of expression. You can do things like, if you want to take today's date and add 5 days and see what the date is, you can use any C# expression that you want in our expression steps.